So as you can see after the game, Caitlin Clark and Sophie are both running up to the referee here. They are both so upset, and the referee is just walking away from them. He won't even look at them in the face. He keeps turning, like Sophie even went up at one point and is like tapping on his arm. He would not even look at them.
The Indiana Fever had their biggest game yet, sellout crowd playoff vibes, Caitlin Clark versus the reigning champs. It should have been a WNBA highlight reel, but instead it turned into a ref show. Caitlin Clark got hacked, Lexi Hull got hit with a phantom foul, and the refs, they acted like they were trying to hand New York the win. Fans weren't just confused, they were furious. Even coach Stephanie White said she's had enough, and Caitlin, she didn't hold back either. This wasn't just one bad night, it's a pattern of problem, and it's making the whole league look bad, and now it's gone even further in a shocking move. The WNBA just suspended Commissioner Kathy Angelbert, the commissioner, after internal reports claims she failed to address growing officiating complaints and ignored mounting pressure from players, coaches, and fans. It's the first time in league history something like this has happened, and honestly no one's surprised anymore. And here's where it gets even crazier. Rumors are flying that some owners and league executives had been quietly pushing for her removal for weeks, especially after high-profile stars like Caitlin Clark and their coaches started voicing their frustration publicly. Some say this wasn't just about bad referees, it was about protecting the league's image, and Kathy became the scapegoat. So stick around, because we're breaking down every missed call, every moment of madness, and why the WNBA has to fix this before they lose the fans they just gained. Let's get into it.
They've done a great job of rigging this. They've done a great job of rigging this league. The league, they're not even being subtle. They're not even being subtle. Oh my God, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
Let's not sugarcoat it. People are accusing this league of being rigged, and they're not being modest about it. The Indiana Fever felt like they were playing in a playoff match from the moment they took the court. The energy was unrivaled. The crowd was rocking, and the stars were out. But even though the Fever was there to fight, it felt like the referees were there to sabotage. Without any warnings, Caitlin Clark was hacked from head to toe. Lexi Hull was hit with an erroneous foul while playing excellent defense.
The fact that this referee wouldn't even acknowledge the players was kind of crazy to me. Like when I saw that, I said, this is really strange, because the referee should have enough confidence in the calls that they made to at least discuss. You should be able to at least discuss.
In the meanwhile, the Liberty. They were living at the free throw line, and this is starting to become the norm rather than the exception. So I want to know if you watched this live, and if you thought it was fair. The physicality increased from the first minute Caitlin Clark joined the league. Players were bumping, holding, and even blindsiding her off the ball, and the referees were silent. They recalled Kennedy Carter's dangerous off-ball hit, which wasn't just dirty, it was dangerous, and the referees called it a common foul. Not a flagrant, not even a technical, just another play. The Fever team has been on the receiving end of whistle after whistle.
I can't believe what I'm about to say. The Indiana Fever, with the strongest, loudest, most intimidating home court advantage in all the WNBA, just got robbed at home. I saw it with my own two eyes live on CBS.
Want the numbers? Here you go.
Interview. Here are the numbers if you're interested. Going back to the Liberty game, this matchup had everything, with Caitlin Clark threading passes to Aaliyah. The Fever are currently behind 31 points in the free throw differential this season. That's not a typo, that's a disaster. Boston Lexi Hull had all the makings of an immediate classic, with his defensive tenacity, highlight plays, and huge momentum changes. But what did we end up with instead? Ref drama. The Liberty got 32 free throw attempts, the Fever just 15. That's more than double in a close game. That's not just a stat, it's a swing that determines the outcome. And it wasn't just about quantity, it was the quality of the calls. Soft touch fouls. For New York, no calls for body checks against the Fever, 2 different rulebooks. Can you imagine that LeBron or Steph would experience that in a crucial playoff game when Caitlin Clark was being pushed out of her position and brutally mauled? For separate fouls on the final possession without a single whistle?
Disappointing, that it doesn't go both ways, or it hasn't gone both ways. But we also can't allow that to consume us, right? Like, we've got to be able to play through that. We've got to be able to control the things that we can control. I felt like at times our late game execution was good, and I consider most of the latter half of the fourth quarter because it was a tight ball game.
This leads us to Coach. After the game, Stephanie White didn't hold back. She came out swinging in the post-game press conference. There was a -31 free throw discrepancy, and we're attacking the rim. The disrespect has been unbelievable, and it's been building for weeks. Her message wasn't just for the referees, it was for her players as well. She told them that she's got their back and that she sees what's happening and won't let it slide. Honestly, that kind of leadership matters, especially for a young team that is still figuring itself out. Now, let's talk about Caitlin. She didn't go scorched earth on the referees, but her body language said it all. The incredulity in her eyes, the annoyance in her voice, the tiredness in her tone, and Aaliyah Boston's traditional no comment. But after watching the game, you realize that silence speaks loudly. This is when things start to go really crazy. The WNBA has reportedly suspended Commissioner Kathy Angelbert. Yes, you heard that right, the top boss has left. But why? Internal reports state that she disregarded months' worth of complaints about the officiating, which left players frustrated, coaches incensed, and fans completely fed up. However, there are also rumors that some owners have been working behind the scenes to have her fired, and when celebrities like Caitlin Clark began to speak publicly, it was game over. Some claim Kathy was used as a scapegoat, while others think it was long overdue. In any case, this is the most significant shakeup the WNBA has seen in years. Millions of new fans have been drawn to the game by Caitlin Clark alone, but guess what those fans are witnessing are blown calls and lopsided officiating officials who appear to be not even attempting to conceal their bias. Fans aren't stupid. They understand what a foul looks like in basketball, and they won't remain if the product seems rigged.
Just another year and another case of WNBA referees dropping the ball, not making the right calls when it comes to Caitlin Clark.
The WNBA had a fantastic opportunity to turn casual fans into diehards, but with every missed call, they're driving people away. So I'll ask you, would you continue to watch a league that doesn't protect its stars? It's time for the league to take this seriously. It's not just about fixing the officiating. It's about ensuring that every player, regardless of how well-known they are, gets a fair shake because, let's face it, if the league loses Caitlin Clark's fan base, it won't get another chance like this. The Fever have done their share. Their players are fighting. Their coach is speaking up. The fans are turning out. And now it's the league's turn to respond. Kathy Angelbert, at first glance, the league said she made the bold call to suspend the refs after reviewing footage from that chaotic Liberty vs. Fever game. The official line, it was about accountability, about maintaining the integrity of the league. That's what they said publicly, but when you peel back the layers, the truth gets a whole lot messier and way more interesting. According to multiple league insiders, that same night Angelbert was privately asked to resign by top WNBA executives. And here's the kicker, this wasn't just about one bad night or a few missed whistles. The pressure had been building for months. Why? The biggest reason swirling around accusations of bias, specifically favoritism, toward the New York Liberty, and this isn't just fan conspiracy talk, this is coming from within the league itself. Let's rewind to last year's WNBA Finals. The Liberty won a tightly contested series over the Minnesota Lynx, but what people still talk about isn't just the game, it's what happened. Afterward, Kathy Angelbert stepped out onto the court wearing a dress in Liberty team colors. Fans watching at home were like, wait, what? That image of her smiling while handing over the trophy in blue and black, it went viral. People said it looked like she was part of the team, and when controversial late-game calls helped the Liberty secure the win, that image aged terribly. Was it a simple fashion choice? Maybe, but for fans who already felt the league had a soft spot for New York's super team, it looked like confirmation. That trophy ceremony moment planted seeds of doubt, and since then, every questionable call that's gone in the Liberty's favor has only watered that doubt. This latest game against Indiana, it was the last straw. The missed calls, the no calls, the completely lopsided free throw numbers, it all felt too familiar, too blatant. And when the league suspended the refs, but not before. Fans exploded on social media. It was clear they were scrambling to save face. Sources say WNBA team owners and executives had already been privately voicing concerns, and with Caitlin Clark now in the mix bringing in millions of new eyes. To the league, the stakes were simply too high. They needed to send a message, so Angelbert became that message. The cautionary story and the scapegoat in 2025, with the entire sports world watching. The WNBA couldn't afford another scandal under her watch. Let's be honest, would this shakeup have occurred if Caitlin Clark hadn't joined the league? She's not only changing the game, she's changing how the league runs, and her presence has brought millions of new fans. What began as a decision to suspend referees ended with the commissioner herself being forced out because the league finally realized it's not just about basketball anymore. It's about optics, trust, fairness. Sky-high expectations and crowded stadiums for TV deals. That also means that every missed call is a trending topic, and that Liberty Fever game wasn't just a bad night. It was a national moment of embarrassment. So, what did the league do? They hit the panic button, suspended the referees, silenced the critics, and perhaps even reluctantly told their commissioner to resign, because if Caitlin Clark's fans feel that this league isn't safe or fair, they'll leave. And with them goes the greatest surge of momentum the WNBA has ever seen. Now, the question is, did the WNBA make the right decision, or did they just highlight how broken it is? If you've read this far, please leave a comment, because that's exactly what you are. Thank you for watching, and believe me, this isn't the end of the story. I hope to see you in the next one. Let me know if you believe the WNBA needs a complete officiating overhaul, or if this is just early season growing pains.